All right, and joining me now for Coach's comments brought to you by Southside Auto Tech is the head coach of the Stars, Cody Chupp. And Coach, it seemed like tonight, just from the word go, Sioux Falls had their success in terms of scoring 20 seconds in, and just seemingly they're able to, as you've said in the past, really get their transition going, one of the best parts of their game. What did you see out there from your vantage point?
This team skates extremely well. They play with good pace. Because of those things, they're really good on transition, and anytime you give them free transition, it's going to be a very long night for you. And we started the game unprepared for what we knew was coming at us, and it was self-inflicted from the start, and it didn't get better from that point. And to have 10, 11 shots on net against a team that scores 8, you better really be picking corners. It's at the end of the day, our talent level, our whatever you want to call it, isn't the frustrating point. Our ability to score isn't the frustrating point from this game. Our willingness to compete for a full 60 minutes is the frustrating point from tonight.
And one of the lines that seems in the last couple of games that, does seem to compete in at least in the offensive zone, create some opportunities, and it just seems like their snake bit right now is that Barbolini, Lapina, Bremer line, because, again, tonight it almost seems like the last 4 or 5 games, they generate 3 or 4 high-quality chances, and for whatever reason, whether it's the goalie making a nice save or the puck rolling off a stick, it just seems like they're coming up inches or feet short from putting those through. And, it's not just exclusive to them, obviously, but, how big for them to find the net for themselves, but also just for this team in general moving forward down the last couple of games, would it be for them to get back and into scoring in the goal column?
Yeah, I think it would be big for them and us, and we're a team that really struggles to score goals right now, so we will take them any way we can get them from anybody that can score them. But you know what, like, Barbolini and Lapina have been our most consistent line all year long, and it's a product of what they do on a daily basis. Barbs has started to find a rhythm here in the second half of the season, and it's a credit to him. He's competing on pucks. He's using his feet. Early in the season, I thought he would try to do too much with his stick at times, and lately he's simplified his game with the puck. He's winning battles that he needs to win, which allows him to have the puck more, and then when he gets it, he's creating good chances for himself because his skating is special, and it has the ability to beat guys, it has the ability to back guys off and create time and space for himself. And the other 2 guys on the line have been great. They've been doing things right on a daily basis, working hard, and ultimately it's a product of spending less time in their own zone, winning the battles that they have to, getting that puck and then playing in transition, and they're 3 guys with skill that can play with pace, and so they've had success, and it's a product of their willingness to buy into the things that are hard but ultimately give you that success.
Samuel Hlavaj tonight is wrapping up his season a little early for playing for Slovakia and preparing for the IIHF Worlds. But tonight, he gives up 8 goals. Certainly had a slow start in that first period, but it seemed like in the second and third period he was making highlight reel save after highlight reel save. I know you've talked with others about this, but obviously there's a lot of talk about his potential, and it certainly seemed like times tonight he really showed why there is that talk about him. But what did you gather from his time in Lincoln here as he wraps it up in the 18-19 season?
Yeah, I'll start with tonight. I think, 2 out of the first 3 he probably wants another crack at. But from that point on, it's not on Samuel by any means. It's what we were doing in front of him, or, more so what we weren't doing in front of him, that was producing grade A after grade A. And Samuel will be fine. He's a young kid. I've talked about it before, how the adjustment is a lot harder for European players coming into our league, goaltenders especially. There's definitely a talent level that's evident at times, and he's not totally dissimilar from a lot of young players, where it's the consistency factor. More games, more comfortability will start to increase that consistency, and that's what everybody wants to know, whether you're going to college or the NHL draft or NHL scouts. They're all asking the same thing, and it's that consistency and practice habits, workout habits, how they live their life on a day-to-day basis. teams want consistency because it takes the guessing out of it. You know, a kid that's up and down in a bit of a roller coaster, you know, it's a question of what are you going to get today. And guys that find that consistency in our league have success in college, have success in pro hockey, because you have to be consistent at those levels. Your job or your play time or your way of life depends on that consistency factor and your ability to be trusted from the coaching staff.
All right, Coach, as always, we appreciate the time here, and we look forward to talking to you this weekend.